there's a rush adjustment. Like, I was in another room earlier today where a lot of people was like, kill, kill, kill. And I'm like, no, let's not do that. I mean, let's just calm. For some reason, because of what happened with Charlie, there's a lot of people that feel like that killing is the right way to engage in that situation. But like, no, that's not the right way. So yeah, this is my
liberal motherfuckers. So what do you celebrating a man's death? And that's what you're talking.
So what do you think the punishment should be?
I mean, he'll go through the court of justice, and like if he is found guilty, then whatever happens.
You don't think the penalty should play out?
Yeah, man. Listen, there's gonna be copycats that think that it's cool to kill motherfuckers for having a difference of opinion. Nah, you got to go, bro.
That's exactly my.
You gotta go. Fuck that. What the fuck you think this is? What the fuck are we in? Like, with
all due respect.
No, we're not in Europe.
We're in the stage of history where
with all due respect, the way the American justice system works,
it's not a mystery anymore.
We have an American justice system.
This has been going on. But what do you mean the American justice system? They had the death penalty before, bro. Like,
did we ever figure out if that was a true motive? Did we ever figure out if that was the motive? He didn't like what he had to say.
We wouldn't know.
Most likely the motive.
Asking a question. Can I finish? Did we ever find out?
Yeah, but I can answer your question. We won't know until court.
My question before you try to answer it.
I'm going to answer your question.
You can't answer a question I didn't finish asking. The question was, did we ever figure out what the motive of the shooter was? Was it necessarily he didn't like Mr. Kirk? Or it could have been mental illness. He just over there screwing around and he
I can answer your question.
Mental illness or not, he should be made an example of.
Hey, I am. See, because I'm gonna give you a bean right now, because this is how much I believe in equal expression, right? I'm gonna make you a mod. No, I'm gonna make a mod because we need to have balance, right? Yeah. There ain't no censorship happening. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and rock out. And you go ahead and bring a different perspective, a different point of view.
It's not a different perspective. I just think that the conversation, if
though.
Yeah, I'm just asking if we're gonna have the conversation.
So they don't know
whether
yet.
somebody died.
They don't know yet, and that's supposed to all come out.
Thank you, and that's okay to say. So
I am finished. I am finished.
I was answering your question.
Thank you for the clarification of that we don't know yet. We don't know the motive.
They don't know.
We know.
Hold on, let me finish, please.
Go ahead, Steve.
So he's obviously from a Republican family. He's non-partisan.
Hang on, let her finish.
He is. He's non-partisan apparently. So we really don't know. And the way it's looking is whatever it is. A lot of these kids, a lot of people, I must say, both Republicans and Democrats didn't like Charlie Kirk for a lot of reasons. So I'm just saying that. So this should not be political at this point. And however they're going to come out, let me finish. However they come out with the information, I mean, I am concerned whether or not it's going to be slanted. I do. And at the end of the day, it's this young generation that I'm more worried about. I think it's a generational problem.
And
I'll be straight.
And he was in representation.
The problem is the kids, this next generation is going to go to school and put their hands over they're going to learn to put their hands over the rhymes. That's what they're going to learn to do.
We do not know why he was shot. There were a lot of people that don't like him. Some people that don't like Candace Owens. There ain't nobody shot her.
We do know.
I'm speaking. Excuse me. I am speaking.
We can kind of
go back to popcorn.
We can kind of narrow down why they did it, though. Why he did it.
Don't get shot off the stage.
No, we can.
Hold on a second. You can go back to popcorn. You can have it. I just say, if we're going to have an honest conversation, just true. Just go ahead and say, we don't know the motive. He could just be some lonely kid that was bored one day and did some bullshit.
He decided to shoot
We don't know the motive.
Okay, this is
Okay.
We're hearing off of people telling them.
what we can talk about is gun violence. Somebody
We
dying.
can't talk about
talk
the
about
physical
that.
evidence that surrounds this.
I think it's pretty clear the motives at this point.
You don't think we can narrow down why he chose particularly Charlie?
None of y'all are on the case, so no, you can't.
And everything else was very clear.
You
This
can't
person's
balance
not a Republican who thinks Charlie Kirk isn't Republican enough.
Guys,
It don't matter. He's not allowed to be adult. Who cares?
He
He's not a
was
politician.
yeah, so y'all telling me y'all went to school to learn how to
he was a future president, bro. He was a future president.
Asking nicely.
I know he wasn't. I mean, nice try though.
Okay, go ahead, Shy. Shy's the only one that's asking nicely to talk, so go ahead, Shy. Thank you. That was very respectful.
Thank you. There's only but so many like sides this guy can land on, and like if you gather up the evidence that we have thus far, that shortens it down to possibly center left or on the left. The reason why he couldn't be a groiper, which is basically someone on the alt-right or far right, is because of the way he described Charlie. They wouldn't have described him in a way that, oh, Charlie is hateful. No, groypers think that people like Charlie Kirk aren't hateful enough, right? So that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up together. So the only place he's going to be good is more than likely on the left. I don't understand why it's so hard for the left to admit that he's more than likely on their side. He more than likely aligns with their views. That isn't to say that all of them. Yeah, it's not to say that all of them are capable of doing such things.
That is not true. The left, honestly, like, that is not accurate.
Drew, can I go after Alan? Can I go after Alan?
Quiet down. It's going to go Alan, Carrie, and Fred. And please let them finish their complete points. Shy, are you done?
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah, Shy, the reason why it's so hard for them to admit it is because they are desperately afraid of the fallout from this, and they want to do everything they can to deny their responsibility for this and the other, and the last 10 years of them demonizing the right and calling for violence against the right. Look what, I forgot about this. Look at what happened with all the Tesla dealerships. Elon Musk says, you know what, I'm going to support Trump. And people start firebombing Tesla dealerships, and people are like attacking Teslas and scratching Teslas. This is the standard operating procedure of the left, and now the chickens have come home to roost, and some 22-year-old who engraved, as you pointed out, pro-furries, which is part of the trans movement, memes in the casing, pro-Antifa messages in the bullet casings, has seen riding, it looks like he's riding a Trump horse, anti-Trump messages, pro-leftist things, and it's now come out that his roommate, who was a furry and was transitioning to a, that they were lovers. I haven't seen the report, but they were at minimum roommates. And the left keeps saying, like I am, or whatever her name was, kept saying, oh no, but we really don't know. Oh no, he was a groiper. Oh no, his whole family was Republican and MAGA, so he must have been. They're squirming around in their seats because they know this is their assassination, and middle America, moderate America knows it. And the fallout from this, I'm calling this the JFK assassination of this generation, and it will have repercussions that don't bode well for the Democratic Party. Period. I'm done. Thanks. Sorry.
True.
That's definitely true.
No other incident has the Democratic Party more shown their hand.
Go ahead, Kerry.
I wanted to agree with everything that Alan said. We got robbed of a future president, a potential future president. I'm afraid that now you can't say shit anymore, and the freedom of speech I feel like is under attack. And I think a lot of the Democrats are definitely scared because of what could happen because of all that years and years of demonizing the right. I just think it's a really, really fucked up time right now. And most likely, he 100%, 80% that he was a lefty. All those years and years of being brainwashed and being told that the right is fascist, the white supremacist, all this fucking extra bullshit, it really brainwashed people. And we're not going to be able to say anything. It's just fucking crazy, man.
Somebody who was really deep in it. He was, it was like furry trans stuff. Where when you get deep into it, that's where your brain starts working that way. Physically, it changes into thinking that way, and it's diametrically opposed to, how a lot of people think.
I don't doubt that he probably think he did something right. And I mean, it's because they brainwash you so much to think that, you're fighting fascists. That's why they're so determined to just follow through and do and say whatever they want to the right.
Yeah, the rhetoric they've been using, on the prior to this event with Charlie, the rhetoric, kick the shit out of them. Excuse my language. Punch him in the face. I would have punched him. They are actually talking about violence, acts of violence that they are talking about they would do. You cannot tell me that they are not pushing the narrative to people to be violent.
100%, bro.
All right, let Free go. Go ahead, Free.
Appreciate it, everyone, and not to sound like they're I think we're all on the same page, which I think is just obvious at this point. They're doing everything they can to distance themselves, and the main reason being that should bother all of us. Not only they don't want to be accountable, hence, if you're accountable, you have to, make the right amends, but that's the thing they don't want to. They want to further this, meaning that I don't even think it's cognizant. I think the fact that they don't want to take accountability for this because they want to be looked at as bad guys, and of course, it enables other people to do it. When you celebrate this type of stuff, we know celebrity celebration, that means that you typically want more of what you're celebrating, right? Because people want to kind of be celebrated and they want to do celebratory things. And if we're saying that you're taking out the people who are supposedly harmful in our society, then you're likely going to get more activists doing such a thing, people acting on it. So, of course, like Alan said, the Tesla attacks, the Trump supporter attacks, the healthcare attacks, the political attacks, the ICE attacks. I mean, we can go on about all the things the left did, not even talking about the BLM shit and the other Antifa shit. So this party has been a force of violence and intimidation for the longest. Doxing people. Yeah, exactly. All in the last 5 years, 10 years, doxing people, cancel culture, and counseling culture, like the whole ideal of doxing someone is not just to get them fired, which is, of course, part of it because you at least want something, but it's also to provoke one of the loonies in your party to carry out the actual threats, to carry out deleting somebody. Why would you need a person's home address and schedules and relatives because they said something that you don't like online? You want somebody in your party to actually go and do something to them. And now we having that being full fleshed out. And these people feel like there are heroes, which goes into the celebration thing. These people feel like this is a good guy. So, of course, when Luigi did it to the healthcare guy, all the memes about him being a good guy. So this could be the same thing with this Tyler Robinson, which we'll probably see soon enough in the next few days of people getting shirts and stuff like that, to praise this guy. So the bottom line is that we're in a dangerous state based on the left. And people who supposedly center or left don't want to look at it for that reason because they don't want to be held accountable, and worse off, they don't want to change, which means we're going to get more of this. That's all I want to say.
Their reality is imposed, is based on lies. So their communication is always based on manipulation.
Yeah, bro, it's like somebody coming and telling you, wouldn't you want to get rid of all the people that are pressing you and for all the fascists and crazy people, and then the guy goes, yeah, you know, we need to get him, and he thinks he's doing something fucking right.
Yeah, because they blame their problems on the right or the current state of affairs. Their morality is based on changing the government to be the way they want it, so they're willing to do whatever. They see it as life or death.
Yep. And the scary thing is, people like us would be silent because they're so loud and trying to cancel anyone that's opposing that.
Yeah. Because they control so many institutions, so much ideological capture, the most powerful people in these institutions are trapped. They have golden handcuffs. You have to entertain their every whim, or else they just throw a tantrum, and then what can you do? It's like Stalinism. All the people on your Instagrams, all the, everybody apologizing now. They're doing they're trying to do damage control. They won't take their L. It's not a mystery. It's pretty black and white.
Yeah. I saw people making videos about saying how sad it is that he passed away, that I would have never thought that somebody like that would have ever said anything like that about Charlie Kirk. It's 100% damage control because they realize they fucked up. Like, you can't just keep doing this and expecting.
Oh, look, crazy. Some people are saying that. Yeah, the few people I've seen, they're trying to excuses because they're trying to defend their position. And this is really, it's kind of like, it shows where it's really an extreme phenomenon, right? This guy, like, he's a furry. He's got memes, video game memes on his bullet. It's like, this is really where things end up. This is where things end up is when traditional values don't have, when you don't account for realities.
You live in a lot. If he wants to be a furry, that's nonetheless.
Yeah, no. But it shows someone who, really got into pornography.
Hey, but what do you think about, say, these people who are
with all due respect, that's none of his business. If somebody wants to commit pornography,
no judgment, I guess.
But. Yeah, but none of those things I think are an indicator at all about his actions. He was when you look at him, he really does. To me, he looks like he's sick. Like something is like really off. Even
we shouldn't pass judgment without knowing the.
Yeah, no judgment. I personally think if he had a gym membership, if you studied some ancient history, you wouldn't turn out this way. But
yeah, I think we should wait to hear. Obviously he's going to appear in court, and we can wait on that situation.
Yeah.
We should not. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I wouldn't say. I hear what you guys are saying. I'm sorry, brother. I got you free. Let me just say this real quick. I'll let you take off, brother. I would say it's tough for me to see how they cannot see where he got this from. His family at home is a staunch Republican family, right? We agree. He went to college. What's going on in the colleges right now? Where a lot of kids going and coming back more radicalized? Has there been problems with parents telling people that their kids are going to college, becoming super radicalized? Is there black parents doing the same thing? Say, yo, my son went to college and he's coming back racist. This is what is being presented to our society. And when we see things happen like this, we know where it's coming from. We cannot say, oh, we don't know what, we don't know what. If we see on TV that a lot of people from the left are saying, fascist, he's a fascist, he's a fascist, he's a fascist. He writes a bullet. He engraves on the casing, fascist. He kills him with a different bullet. They find on one of the bullets to say fascist. What is his belief? What does he believe that this person is? They got bullets on it. When people write on bullets, it's intended for someone. And it's intended to have a meaning. So he meaned what he wrote. And they understood what he wrote because it's all based off this new stuff going on with the internet memes and all that stuff. And he was young. So he grew up around this whole demonization of people who think from you. So he was raised being indoctrinated, and then he grew up to fulfill what he was taught. He did a good thing for what he was taught, but he was wicked for doing it.
Yeah, bro, it's like whenever our parents would say, don't fall with the wrong crowd, right? He fell into the wrong crowd and he listened to the wrong people.
Agree. The thing about it, which really baffles me when you listen to media and how the left don't believe they're radicalizing people. Like, we didn't have this issue over a decade ago. We didn't. Like, people had their own positions, people talked it out, and just moved on about their life. But now people are showing up at people's houses, stalking them, like I said, doxing, all this other crazy shit. We are in a vastly different society, let alone in my lifetime, let alone probably all of American history, to where we've gotten this extreme. So they're totally negligent of the effects of their rhetoric. They really are, and they won't stop it. They won't turn it away. And so the whole thing about Nick Fuentes and the worker shit and all this bull is every attempt to detach this from them. That's all. It can't possibly be them. It has to be something else. But all the evidence suggests that. So these conversations just kills me. And I'll land on this because you're trying to talk to people to get them to see it. And like I said, they'll do everything in their power not to see it because they're just